Hey, good morning, all. Welcome to another episode of This Old Prop. Today we're on Friday again, and things are kind of in a disarray. I got inspired to do one of the major projects. I think it's the last major project I got to do. Now that I've said that, something else will reveal itself, right? Anyways, so today, well, not just today. I'm sure it's going to take several days, but today we're going to start cleaning up the flybridge so I can cut off the top layer of fiberglass, remove the core, re-core, and re-scab. Can we just take a moment of silence? Hey. Anyways, I'm not a fiberglass guy. I sew. I've done many things in my life, but fiberglass is not one of my favorites. I can do it, but so I've already started to. Well, I've already got everything off the flybridge and got my tools up there. So let's go ahead and we'll hop up there and see what we've got going on. All right, here we are, the flybridge. Well, I'm standing just aft of it. But I got everything cleaned off and just wanted to give you a look at what type of space we're looking at here. How much work I'm going to end up having to do. This whole thing is going to have to come off. And somebody put some raised portions on there, and you know they probably glued the hell out of them, so they're not going to come up without a good fight. Anyways, this is what we've got. Well, yep. All of that is going to have to be recorded. It's about 10 by 10. So yeah, I'm going to start here with removing the for lack of a better term, the baseboards. It's almost 8 in the morning and I already feel like taking a nap, so it could be one of those days. But I'm going to get that done and see how I feel after I get my second sweat on. Texas, man. Anyways, I'll give you guys a little progress report here in a little bit. I think I'm going to try to get these baseboards removed and these high spots removed. And maybe I will work on sanding down this non-skid. It is all over the place, though. Dang it. All right, y'all. Welcome to another episode of This Old Prop. We're up here on the flybridge. Sorry about the noise in the background. We got some grounds crew. Anyways, progress report. I got the trim off the bottom. And it took a little bit of time. It took about 2 hours. I think it was about 8 o'clock when I started. It's 9:45 now. Let's see. Whoa. Take it easy, cheesy. So we are pretty long. I'll just go ahead and show you here. So yeah, you can see sorry. This is forward now. That used to be where the port side chair was. There's a couple of these little squares for what I think was a couch or something. This was for a table. This was the captain's pedestal. It went away a long time ago. Don't mind that door, we'll fix that too. all the way around. We removed all of that. Get all that out of there. Now I'm going to come back in and clean all that out of there. I think I saw some ants. So that means no more ants. Got that cleared out. Going to get the sander and do a once over, I think. I believe what I'm seeing here is multiple layers of fiberglass on top of what's been non-skidded now. I think the original non-skid was like a cream color. At least that's what I'm seeing underneath this pedestal here. And when I tried to remove, this one, you can see that it actually pulled up a layer. And this is also right there. That is also a layer. And then we pop over here, and this is lifting and is also a layer. So you can see the existing was like a cream color. Now it's a little lighter. You can see here, this is where they sanded before. Then they painted it blue. I'm assuming this is the beam that's below, and that's just wear mark. But we'll get that taken care of. I'm not sure how to really approach it yet. It's all over the place. I can't really show you, but it's waving all the way down, at least twice. 2 hips, 2 valleys. I was hoping to be able to skin it, take out all the old core, go inside, and from below push up and get the crown back in it, then come top side, put down my peanut butter, my coring, screw that down, let it sit overnight, and then come back and then skin over the top of it. Excuse me. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I kind of feel like that I'm going to end up losing this top layer of fiberglass. We'll see. Sometimes the sun shines on a dog's ass, you know. Anyways, that's an update up here. I'm going to hop inside for some water, a quick snack, and then we will get back up here. Oh, this is just a little ad here. I wanted to show the material that they used. It's like an angle for the trim at the bottom to keep the rain from going underneath. I think it's a good idea, but I think it's poorly executed. If you've ever flashed a roof before, you could automatically see how this is not gonna work. So we'll do it right, but I just wanted to show you the material that they used. One of them is shorter than what I think it needs to be. I think that they just, well, you know what I want to say, but they just did a real crap job, man. And I know that it really comes down to money in the boating world, but like I said before, if you don't have the money this week, save a little bit more, work a little bit harder, get your stuff, and then just do it right. You'll sleep better. You won't have to worry about your boat leaking or any of the other projects that you're doing. All right. Here we are, another update up on the flybridge. Get over here, the sun's a little better. What I managed to do is get the baseboard or trim off the bottom and reveal the edge, or the furthest most edge of the um, fiberglass here on the deck. I could see where the water was coming in. It wasn't really going down into the cabin from this location. Um, well, you can see. So that's where that angle was. And right in here was a drain, and then a little bit further forward was another drain. And the same thing is going to be on the other side. There's two drains. They're little bitty. It's like a 1/2-inch drill bit. Maybe I'll give you 5/8 drill bit with a piece of plastic hose stuck in it. So it's just like it got clogged every time, all the time. Here's a piece of the hose. I'm sure everybody has some on there, but I don't know how well you can see that, but that right there. So I'm not that guy. We're not going to do that. And this one on the starboard side goes through through the deck. I don't know if you noticed that. This one is in the hole on the side of the boat. And there was another one forward here. No, you know what? There's not one here. It's just this one. And inside here is a drain going out. So it's just the one on that side. But this side, look at here again. This is drilled through the deck. So it's no wonder. There's no silicone here. There's nothing to keep that, dry. Dang. And I'm assuming it's going to be the same thing back here. This leaks pretty good whenever it's raining. But there's another drain. I don't know where it's at. Here it is. And it appears, yes, it is also going through the deck. Darn. Well, what I purchased was 1-inch brass. I think they're brass, yeah, so we'll just go with brass. I don't think they're bronze. I ain't got that kind of cash. Some 1-inch brass drains. You're supposed to drill through with a paddle bit and then slide this in. It's like a sleeve. It's flared on one side, then you get a tool that mashes it and puts the same flare as on the other side. So just go straight through. There's no going sideways, upside down, and backwards here. Like, this is ridiculous. You don't do this. So we're going to get this all cleaned up. And I think what I'm going to do from here is I got my laser. And we're going to horse tooth it. I'm going to put the laser out and make some lines where I need to cut, and I'm going to go ahead and sand those lines down to fiberglass, 4 inches wide. That's the tape that I got. I've got matte. I think what I got. I'm just trying to think what I got. I think it's 8-ounce matte on a 4-inch roll, and I think I got plenty of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'll sand down the deck where the lines I make are. So that's where I'm gonna cut to peel off the panels, to scab it, and then that'll reveal the coring. I can scrape all that coring back out, and then I'm going to use Kusa board to put that as coring back down. I'll do it all right. I'm going to make a nice structural putty to put down. I was going to buy the pre-bought, I was going to say big box, but it's not really big box. We get it online. Everybody knows. Um, but I was going to go with that brand or similar, but I work at a shipyard, and everybody is saying that no, to not do that. None of us do that. That's, you don't see any of that going on. So I had to go with what the pros, and I believe it was totally, all in total, it was cheaper to buy the mix and the all the powders. I can't remember all the different names. I got three different powders. Um, it's like a chop strand, and then Q cell, and something else. I can't remember what it is. Anyways, I'll bond all that back down with that. And when it comes to putting the baseboards back up or the trim, we're going to glass that in. That's not going to be a location that the water can any longer get through. Even if it's just a 1-inch lip with the trim, like I said in a previous video, we're gonna treat it like a roof, and we're gonna flash it. We're gonna make it to where the water can't get back behind there. Anyhow, I'm gonna get to it. Break out the laser, draw some lines, put the ear protection on, respirator. I'm gonna knock down these lines with the 7-inch sander. I'm using 60 grit. Get 60 grit. No, 36 grit. And I'll knock those down to 4 inches wide, and then we'll cut those open with the circular saw and peel all that back out and scrape all that over. Guys, welcome back to this old boat. This little update up here on the flybridge. Right now I am laying out my grid lines so I know where to cut the fiberglass, the first layer. And I'm using a laser, which it's not difficult, it makes it faster. I could use a tape to measure off, but I have a laser and I've used a laser, that's what I use. So in the daytime they're hard to see, and then whenever you're going on environments that aren't flat, sometimes you get dips and you can't see the line, even if it is the right lighting. So over the years I've come up with a technique. It just so happens now I'm barefooted, so whatever. In your boot, your pants, your flip-flop, your high heel, whatever. So you just make you establish your laser line, and then start back at the end and walk towards the laser with your foot perpendicular to the line, and the line will show up on your foot or your shoe or whatever. So that's what I'm going to do. I just wanted to show you that. Some people might enjoy the technique. So here is what I do. So the line is on the bag down there. You probably can't see it, but I've already established where we're going, so I don't know how well you'll hear me, but I can't see the line down here on the deck. It disappears back there, about 2 foot in front of the laser. But I can see the laser on my foot here, and so then all I have to do is just make the mark. Step forward, make the mark. Not a big deal. Can't see the line on the deck, but I can see it on my body. Good morning from this old prop. I think it's about 5:30 now. I've been at it for about an hour, I think. We're up here on the flybridge of Freya, removing the coring. Yesterday I was able to get the top layer of fiberglass cut down, scabbed. So I've got two large pieces and one smaller piece to deal with. They are the full length or the full width of the boat. A little bit difficult to manage, but I think if I do it section at a time, which is all I can really do anyways, it'll be just fine. So I just wanted to show you guys what was going on down here in the core. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but this area here is where the captain's pedestal was, and this area here is where the port side pedestal for the captain's and first mate chair, or admiral if you got one, is toast. It's not even toast, it's soggy toast. So I knew it for a while that it was soft, but not like this. It's wet. It's got water. It's been dry for a little while too, so I would assume that it would have dried out. Anyhow, this is what we're dealing with. When it's rotten like that, the only difficult thing you really come into is the mess of it, but there are little chunks of this here fiberglass. It's like they used it to fill, and it's stuck. Some of it has chunks of wood in there, but it's pretty stout, so you run into those whenever you're scraping out the rotten. That's the toughest part. When it's not rotten, get yourself a little crowbar. The 12-inch crow's foot is not going to be enough. You're going to need more leverage. You're in something that's got a little bit of weight to it. And you just plow right through it, scrape it up. Some of them get stuck pretty good, but they're more or less, they come up pretty easy. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. Gonna get this floor decored. This is actually the helm sole. Got some holes to plug and some sanding to do. I see a little ant crawling around down there. Probably not very happy. So yeah, from this old prop, y'all enjoy yourselves. Have a good morning. I'll check in a little bit. So I just wanted to show how I'm doing it. I got my flat bar. It's got a pretty decent edge to it. It's like a spud for iron workers. There's the other end for the bolts. Anyways, so I'm going to get to here scraping, and I just wanted to show you what it takes to get that accomplished. See, it's not too bad because it's pretty rotten. So yeah, that's it. You can see that these are the pieces, the filler pieces that they put between. It's just a peanut butter consistency that they made, and you can see the back side of it. It sticks pretty good, obviously, because it's epoxy and not silicone. Like that. So yeah, there we are. I am about a third of the way through. I hope I beat the sun. It's not even glowing over the apartment set. That glow that you see over my shoulder there, that's Baytown. Sometimes when they get that candlestick burning over there, whoo-wee, it's like somebody's having a birthday party. Lord. Anyways. Sorry about the ass shot. Sun hasn't come over the condos yet, but it's clearly daytime or morning. So, in all fairness, I didn't beat the sun, but I feel like I got pretty close. Man, it's not difficult, but you gotta commit. All right, guys. It's the end of the day. I've had enough. It's about, I think it's almost 4 o'clock. I think I did pretty good. I got all the coring out. There's a couple little spots that I need to still pick at. I vacuumed everything up. I don't like to get anything in the water. So in the morning, my intention is get up here early again, finish cleaning up, hit everything with the grinder, some acetone, and that'll either be that, depending on how long that takes, which I imagine it'll take the majority of the morning. If it doesn't, if it only takes 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, then I might get into a smaller piece of fiberglass or coring that needs to be laid down just as a tester. My problem is that my environment, right? So I'm supposed to keep the resin and such at a cooler. It's better if you keep it at a cooler temperature. That way it doesn't kick off as fast. So I'm keeping it in the boat. The boat's about 70 degrees. It's 85 degrees overnight. And that's when I intend on doing it is first thing in the morning, somewhere between 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning to, hopefully it won't take me till noon to lay 3 sheets. But you know, boat life, it usually takes a lot longer than you originally intended. There's no schedule, there's only a destination, right? So yeah, with that said, I'll get it all cleaned up, and maybe Friday morning at the latest, start laying this Kusa board down. I'm really excited. I can't wait. It means I can do so many things. I can hang my headliner now. I can put all my trim back up. I can set my lights. It's been so much. I didn't want to install all of that. I had to take the headliner out because it was horrible, obviously. So, yeah, I'm now left with an exposed fiberglass surface with the pink insulation board covering that, because that's what I make my panels out of for my ceiling panels. So yeah, I'll be able to do so much at that point. But yeah, at this point, we'll get everything finished, cleaned up, and tomorrow sand everything down, get it ready, some acetone. I'll shore up on the inside. I'll show what I'm doing there, do a little video of that. But for now, this is where I'm at. So there's one of 2 stacked panels that I cut up. They're taller one there in the back is here, middle one is there, and then the short one here, it goes all the way forward. This is the small one I was talking about sampling. You can see I still need to get some screws out, and these boards here are also screwed down. And then I've got these 3 high spots, or 4 rather, where it looks like the manufacturer had the couches or can't ever think whenever I get this tired and hot and hungry. But whenever their original settees were put in, it looks like that's what's left of them cutting, and it actually looks like whoever did the deconstruction ran their saw through ceiling. Can you imagine? Like, oops, oh God. So we're gonna have to fix that. No big deal. We're already here. We're gonna handle it. That's these areas here. Those. Um, but yeah, that's what we got going on. Uh, Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Soul Prop. Back up on the flybridge again. Sorry about the noise in the background. We've got some construction crew offloading a container, dumpster, roller. You can see the piers missing back there. Get my big old melon out of the way. Yeah, we had Hurricane Beryl came through and knocked out. Well, long story. Anyways, our piers got messed up. Adventures of Someday is my boat neighbor, and they got some footage on their YouTube. Y'all should check it out. Great couple. Got some good little video of ICW and to Florida and back. A couple times? And down to Matagorda. They got a lot of stuff going on. They're always going out. In fact, their boat is on Google Maps at a restaurant, guys. Anyways, back up to the flybridge here. So a couple videos have been showing the process of taking the first layer of fiberglass off. That's it leaning up against the starboard side here. Really making the boat list. It's pretty thick. Let's see, I can show you here. My finger. So it's pretty thick stuff. Wipe that off. So where I'm at now is I've got everything sanded. There's a small section that's underneath the fiberglass over here, these skins that I need to get to, but I'm going to move them first. But I've got everything vacuumed up, and I haven't wiped everything down yet with acetone. But at least at this point, I can show you what's going on. So I was told not to sand it down to where it's super smooth or smooth was the term, because it won't adhere, the resin. So I did my due diligence to not make it butt smooth. But because of all of the oddities of the squares that they used before as filler, there was so many high spots of existing resin. So I really had to do a lot of work to bring that down. I went through a few more discs than what I thought. I bought 5, and I had to go get a couple more. Not a big deal. They're not expensive. I would go next time, hopefully, well, there's one other spot that I could address on the boat, but it's not near this size. I would go with a heavier grit. I got 36 grit, and it did great. I've worked construction, done some different things in life, and I've discovered that when working a grinder, you sand or work an area when the disc is fresh. And when you start seeing the disc get less than 50%, like you're working more, you're having to push more weight, it's taking more to get it done. Go ahead and stop where you're at and move over to the next section. And in this instance, you're going to knock down any high points. Go ahead and get like a pre-sand going on. Get the full use of that pad. You don't really want to use the high points working with fiberglass on your fresh pad, because it's just going to knock off all the good stuff right on the pad. So yes, work an area with your fresh pad. When it starts getting bad, go ahead and move over to the next area and knock down your high points, switch your pads, and go back, finish that area, and then move on. It's a bit of a process, but you save your pad usage. You don't overwork yourself. You don't overwork your tool. You just let the grinder and the discs do the work, right? So this is where we're at. Let me put my towel up. you can see that I think I got it all pretty well down. There's some questionable spots. This right here, there's some people that would obviously say that's a no-gooder. Gonna have to get that out. There's a couple more over here. It's just bad fiberglass. It just sat in water for so many years. The existing video I had ran down this way, so I'll run it down this way again so you all can see the same image. This is forward of the boat. This is where the pedestal was. The captain's pedestal is here. You can see everything has been sanded down. I still got these 4 high spots. I suspect that's where some settees were, benches, chairs, whatever you want to call them. I still got to knock those down. I can't, I'm not going to notch out my Kusa board for that. So I'll knock those down with a grinder and then hit them with the flat disc again, or hit them with the flat disc. Once I do that, I'll go ahead and wipe this area down, the port side area down with the acetone, and then move the panels over, and then I can finish sanding the starboard side over here. It's just it's like a 6-inch section, about how far the panels are sticking off the gunnel there. I guess that's what you would call a gunnel. I think gunnel is a sailboat term, but hey, we're using it. So that's where we're at today. I think this afternoon I will go get my Kusa board from storage. I have all the fiberglass here. I will have I'll have a day for myself, I guess. Past couple days I've been putting forth a lot of effort, waking up early trying to get this stuff done. So I may just finish doing what I'm doing here and then relax for the afternoon, enjoy myself, go to the gym. I know that might not be relaxing, but it's been 4 days. Not good. Super. Yeah, that's where we're at. That's what I'm doing. That's how it's going. Great. 2 thumbs up on this end. Until next time, I will get you an update, and I suppose that'll be when I start mixing the filler and the resin together, so you can see what I'm doing there. I've got to do some shoring. I'm going to put one more post up down below in the salon. Just a few little things, and I'm going to get laying the fiberglass or the Kusa board in the morning. I'll do some filling this afternoon, I think, if I have to, whatever little cavities of fiberglass. I'll just kind of work those areas out and fill that back in. Should be just fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're gonna make it great again. Just a glimpse into what's going on around here. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Been getting my sweat equity. Some sweat equity going on around here. Y'all know what I'm talking about, boat people. Yo, yo. Oh, little creaky. Just a little creaky. We're gonna solve that. Pow, pow. Ooh, yeah. This is just a quick little update here. I'm on the flybridge. This old prop. I got the core removed. I'm sure you know where that's at. Anyways, I had some 4 little ridges coming out onto the deck. These guys, I got the camera right. These guys here, 4 of them, 2, 3, and then holy Nikes, man. They're not just nothing. The wiring for my lighting runs through there. So, FYI, if you're recording the boat and you see something like that, it's likely that there's some wire through there. If anybody else knew that before me, hope you're laughing now. Have a great day, guys. Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Saturday, August 24th, I believe. It's close to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I thought I'd make a quick little video of what's been going on today. I went to the store and got me something to drink. I usually drink water only, but I busted my butt today, so I treat myself to something other than water. Anyhow, so we're up on the flybridge on another step or episode of this old prop up here, recording the flybridge. Yep, got all that done. It is not glued down yet. Got a couple little gaps. That isn't nothing that filler can't handle. And maybe some small little pieces like this. But yep, it already feels better. I still have all the shoring down below holding the floor up, keeping a crown in it. I don't want it to sag down. It's got a pretty good one now. I can clearly see it up here. Down before, you couldn't tell. It looked flat. But now it's clearly got a nice crown in it. So, yeah, I wanted to do it in big sheets. The Kusa board comes in a 4-foot by 8-foot sheet, and I really just wanted to put that whole thing down and make it a nice, I don't know, even surface. It's my OCD, right? But everyone that I talked to at the shipyard, thanks a lot to Rocky and Ben Miller, BM Boatworks, right? Seabrook Shipyard. Anyways, thanks to all those guys helping me out, giving me advice, putting me in the right direction. They're telling me not to try to do that big sheet by myself, that I would never get it done. So more or less they scared me away from doing it. So this morning what I did is cut my Kusa board up into 2 foot by 4 foot pieces. And now I've got it all laid out. I staggered it all. I didn't want to do anything, no joints lapping. So I can just take it easy now and do me a little mix at a time and just do one panel at a time. I think that'll be a lot better. That's what we're looking at, 2 foot by 4 foot sections. Still got a little trimming to do here, but all of that will fill in. So yeah, that's what I've been doing today. Gonna do a couple more cuts, and I don't think I'm gonna do any filler. I might take a nap. So yeah, just gonna chill out and take it easy. I don't have to be in a rush now. I don't think we're supposed to get any bad weather. It's gonna be hot. I don't want to say that I want to drag this out for days, but at least be able to get it done tomorrow, right, and Monday. So yeah, here's another look at what we got accomplished. All right. Good morning. It is Sunday, August something or another. 20-something. Anyhow, I'm up on the flybridge, and I am sweating profusely already. Somebody's throwing up. And that's why I don't drink. Well, that and many other reasons. So yeah, good morning. Here we are. Today is the day we're gonna glue. I've got everything staged up. I got the epoxy downstairs and the AC still, or the resin rather. I've got all my filler up here staged out, what I need to do, what I'm gonna do. Buckets of water. I'll show you what I got going on here. But yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video of what's happening here, what I'm going to be going through. I can't video the whole thing because I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't do this. This is not my cup of tea. In fact, as far as anxiety goes, the numbers are beating me up. So I'm going to clean. I'm going to vacuum, then I'm going to wipe everything down with the xylene and section at a time. And then I'll mix my filler in one container, take my other container that has my marks on it, and I will go down below, pour in my resin, come top side. I'll keep that all, it's all on a drop cloth down there, nice and clean. Get that all done, and I'll pour down there and then come back up here, pour in my hardener and stir some, and then start pouring in my filler. I'm gonna work in a half-gallon increment, I think, at first. I'm gonna have to, I think, which means I'm gonna have to work faster, because in these temperatures, I think it's supposed to be 90. They just say 95 today with the heat index. Who knows? It probably close to 100 again. But I'll get that. I'll get everything coated and then just lay it down and put the the buckets of water on top of them to mash down. I have everything shored up below. I think I'm just going to take it easy. I got the music on. I'm not going to get in a rush. Just so if I get an opportunity to show another video of one of the stages or what's happening, I'll do that. But I think I'm going to be running back and forth too much to really make that happen. So here we go. Here's what we got. So here's my filler. Sorry, here is the filler. And my little hardener. This is Q-cell and Cabosil. This is milled fiber. Here's my little bucket with the marks on it for measurements, right? I've got some buckets of water here, and I'm just going to start in this area. I'm going to vacuum both board and fiberglass down really good, and then I'm going to wipe it, and then I'll go to mixing the putty. It should go pretty quick, I think. I think I'm only going to have 10 minutes. So I've got to pour the resin, down below, come up, pour the hardener, mix in the fibers, and get it down on the board in 10 minutes. Really before 10 minutes. So it seems impossible to me, but it's doable. So I just got to work with a purpose, and yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. All right, here we are. It is time for lunch. I like to eat, so, and y'all might notice that I also don't really rush anything either. So yeah, this is where we're at. This is great. This is like great. All I lack is that little square there, that big one that the bucket's on, this one, 2 right there, and this one. So I'm thinking 2 more mixes and I'll have it. It is solid. This side over here feels great. All right, everybody. So this is where we're at. It is, let me get down, I can't get down there, can I? It is Wednesday, the week after last week. Boy, it's been a long one. Weather was kind of messed up past couple of days, so I really couldn't get outside and do anything. And I smashed my finger pretty good, so that set me back. But I'm up here today. It's the afternoon, 2 o'clock, and I am about to lay the last bit of resin so I can put the scabs back down. The scabs are the existing fiberglass that I cut off. Anyhow, so yeah, I just wanted to give you a quick glimpse of what the coring looks like. So this is the Cusa board. It's all 1/2 inch. I still have it shored up below, so that way it doesn't lose shape. It feels great under my feet. It feels better than it ever has, at least to me. So yeah, hopefully today I can sleep tonight without plastic on the boat. And well, the boat is plastic, but you get the point. Sleep with some ease, because right now it's exposed, and well, that kind of sucks when it's been raining. So that's where we're at today. Just another step in the process. I'm gonna get this licked. I don't know how much time I got. Clouds are kind of building, and they say we're not supposed to get any more rain, but you never know. It is the coast. We got all these cumulus clouds, and that's a tall tale sign, right? But anyhow, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Friday the 13th. Yeah, happy Friday the 13th, y'all. So this is a last little video here for the flybridge. I've got plenty of work to do still. I have to work out the non-skid and still have to do the seams. I have to grind down the seams and put down the tape, the fiberglass tape. I'm not happy with some of the areas, but I'm gonna deal with it. It's not a big deal. It's 100% better than it was before. At least now we have a crown, and it feels solid. I had some boat neighbors up the other day. There was 4 of us, and I weigh 175, and I was the lightest, and it felt great. It wasn't oil panning or doing anything crazy. So where I'm at is I got the coring down, and I got the last 3 layers, the top layers of fiberglass glued back down, and I got the seams epoxied, but the rain came, and so I kind of fought that for a couple days. Had a pretty good leak. I still might have it. It stopped. We were supposed to have hurricane, I forgot what the name of it was, come through. It ended up going to Louisiana. So I really haven't got much rain. It just kind of sprinkled. And what I did was I wanted to improve the construction of it, the flybridge, and the sides where the water drains off to. I'm not going to be able to. It seems like that the sides here are all full of blocks, and it is glassed underneath here. It's got like it's pretty chintzy, but it's got a layer of glass that seems to block the water from going up underneath inside this cavity. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is, so there's a dead bee down there, poor cousin. I'm going to, instead of being able to flash it, I think I'm going to take maybe a quarter round, and I'm going to build a curb inside so that in this corner up here, when the water comes down from inside, if I still have some sealing to do up in here, and hopefully I'll prevent the water from getting in here permanently, but if it does, it will no longer drain back down here. I'll build a curb in that corner and have the water come out, and behind the baseboard here, I'm going to put the quarter round down there, so that way when the water comes out here through that corner, hopefully minimal, it will stay on this side. Even if it does fail at the baseboard, the curb behind the baseboard hopefully will just keep the water on this side. There's some drains on the other side. We've seen those. They're the small ones going through the side of the boat. Not talking about the ones drilled through the floor. Sorry. So hopefully, if there is any water that gets past the curb that I'm going to build, they'll stay on. it'll drain out before it gets all the way down to where the potential leak is. I did epoxy. I sanded and cleaned and sanded and cleaned all up inside there, all the way around, and re-epoxied with a really thick peanut buttery consistency. It might have even like a bit thicker than that. And I did the whole length of the starboard and port side there, and even wrapped up into the corner. There wasn't much of an issue here at the helm before. There probably will be now, but there wasn't much of an issue there, so I didn't really need to go too far up in there to reseal. But I did go around the corners. But it does need to have a little curb or something put in there. That way, if the water does come down, it won't come down into the wall. It'll come out here onto the deck. So yeah, what I used here, this is PVC flashing from big box store. I think I paid $16 a stick for it. It is UV resistant. It bends really easy. I'll show you the corner really quick. I think it's really functional for what I'm doing here. Really easy to work with. You can sand it. Yeah, so what I did was in this corner is I just broke out the heat gun and I measured from side to side, found my center, and then measured out, got a mark there. And then once I got it to where it was wanting to fall on itself, then I just kind of stuck it over here in the corner. This other leg was, you know, it was bending and coming out here. Sorry about that mess. But the leg was, the other side of it was sticking out there. So I just kind of bent it in that corner, and I put a little screw in there, and then I went to the other side where I had the other mark for the total length, and then just repeated the process. Heated it up with my heat gun, and got it to where it was going to fall on itself, and then I just pushed it ever so gently into that corner. Did the same thing, put a set screw. The crown, the crown that's in it, I didn't have to put really any pressure to get it to bend over that. I didn't have to heat any of that. So it laid in real nice. I think all in all, from one side to the other, it's about a 3 to 4 inch. So I guess it would be 2 inches if you were to go from port side to center and then starboard to center. It'd be a 2-inch difference in the crown there. So it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. The water should drain off really well. Shouldn't have any issues. Before, like I said, it was concaved and it would puddle, and I still haven't figured out the leak over here. I'm just crossing my fingers and toes and eyes that the sealing that I did and this baseboard that I put on will do the trick. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's what happened. That's what's going on. Again, I am really happy with it. I think there's a couple spots that I'm gonna have to readdress, but I think that that's typical with a novice. It's the same thing on the other side. There's that corner. I think the baseboards look really good. She's an old boat, been neglected for quite a while. Been through some storms. Been left out to fend for herself, so we're going to get her back. I think it should be relatively straightforward. I've got some great resources when it comes to knowledge and how to do these things, and Blackburn Marine, I really appreciate those guys up there. They're a plethora of information and got some really good product. I really appreciate those guys. So yeah, that's what's going on. That's what we're doing today. I am going to Well, I'm not sure. I think I'm going to work on the dinghy davits, so I'm going to make another video on that. I had made a couple davits for the dinghy back there, but when barrel came through, I had the engine and the dinghy up out of the water, and the wind got her and bent one of the braces that lifts. So I've got to take it off and bend, and I think I'm going to put a piece of pipe in there. I'm not sure how I'm going to address it. It's like it's stainless. Once you get a bend in it, it's not coming out of it. You can straighten it a little bit, but so going to have to do some finagling there, some adjusting. But yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do today is get those dinghy davits worked out. I've been on the hunt for some furniture to put up here. I really want to put a sink, and I've got a refrigerator that I can use. Put that up here. I think that'd be really groovy. I'd like to have me an admiral one of these days to help me out and be a part of all this fun. Instead of two captain's chair or two solo chairs or captain's chairs, I think I want to put a bench up there. I think it would be really nice to have just a bench to sit on, and even if I don't have anybody with me, which I don't, I think it'd be cool to be able to lay out if I'm going down the ditch or wherever, and just be able to kick back and relax. So I think I'm going to go, tentatively speaking, a bench up forward, and then I want to do a L shape in this corner. Do a little L shape here, and then I would like to do a little sink and refrigerator in that area. I think that maybe I can put grill here. I'm not sure. I have a couple grills, so they're all gas. And then I also, I have to come up with something for my halyard on my mast. Right now, we've got this coming through the deck, and I don't want that anymore. I really don't want any holes. I'm kind of gun shy. So, in one of the previous videos, what I talked about was these brass tubes that flare, whatnot. I don't think I'm going to end up using them. I don't think I'm going to need them. I think I got enough arc, and she lifts aftwards whenever we have her tank's full. I say we, me and the boat. So I think what I may end up doing is in this area where, down here in this area, it's all glass under there and there's wood, is to take those brass sleeves and put them in there and then run the line through and around. I don't know. It doesn't need a lot to carry it right now. We've just got some lines, there's no rope on a boat, right? But we've got some rope on some line holding it there. So it's not really requiring a lot. Had some pretty good winds too the other day, so I think it shouldn't be manageable. But yeah, that's what I'd like to do. I think it'd be real comfortable up here, real nice. Obviously, everything is going to get repainted, non-skidded, all that jazz. New canvas. Right now, I use a solar shade. You can see the sun. I just got it off of Amazon and took it to my machine and sewed it up. I have a pattern for my bimini frames that I made some time ago whenever I legitimately make a bimini, when I can afford to make a bimini. But for now, this was on sale Amazon for 60, 70 bucks, something like that. It is a 12 by 16, I think, that I cut down. I have another one back here. Sorry for that fast spin. It covers the aft cabin, I've got another one for the forward deck, but I haven't got that worked out yet. So yeah, that's where we're at, boys and girls. I appreciate everybody. Remember to like and subscribe and share. Not too many of you out there right now, so I really appreciate you guys. It means a lot to me. Yeah, until next time, thanks again, and y'all have a great afternoon.